Hey guys, I'm back and I'm doing a another Marvel Legends figure review. This is another Civil War figure, but it's not part of the Giant Man wave. It's an exclusive, like the Falcon figure. I picked both up. I'm gonna do Falcon second. Just kind of wanted to get this Winter Soldier figure out the way. That's not to say it's a bad figure. I actually think it's quite a cool looking figure. I'm trying some more new things that might make my videos a bit better and less blurry, and you might be able to see a bit better detail. Like I've obviously tried, and it seems to have worked out a little bit. Oh god, there we go. So right, these figures are, like I said, they don't come with a Build-A-Figure piece. They're Hasbro exclusives, or if you live across the pond, Walmart exclusives. So not a whole lot of accessories to talk about. He does get this knife and the gun for accessories, but to be honest with you, I don't think the gun's very good. It's supposed to be a Desert Eagle, but it looks way too small. And the knife's just okay. The accessories with this guy are just okay, really. That's all I can say about that. Right, so, moving on. Let's talk about sculpt and paint. Now, I think this is the exact same sculpt as the first Winter Soldier figure that Marvel Legends did. The MCU version, not the comic book version. Yeah, it looks pretty much like a full resculpt, except the head's new. I think anyway. But it is really nicely done. Come on, give me that. You can see all the details on the trousers, all the kind of what they call creases. Yeah, so there's loads of creases on his trousers. I think that is solid black though, not paint. The boots are done in a nice brown, and they also have really nice sculpt. Pardon me. On the sculpt work on the boots is actually really nice. I think that's done well. Sculpt work on here, really nice. Looking at it now, under my light, it does look quite brown, so I am thinking that maybe they touched some things up and painted a little bit of it, but the whole sculpt does look like a resculpt, and pretty much the paintwork's still the same. That star come out really nice. Come on, focus. No, that makes it worse. We'll just keep the white behind it for now, because that seems to do a really good job. By the way, my girlfriend decided that she was going to help me out because she's sick of me moaning about blurriness, so she helped me out with this idea, and I think it's working quite well, so well done, Brooke. You've proved once again that you can give sage advice. Just one more thing to point out about the sculpt. I am pointing this out to Marvel Legends fans, but this is practically aimed at Hasbro. The next 20-30 seconds of my video is aimed at Hasbro, and a lot of fans will agree with me. We don't appreciate this. It's just ugly and it's wrong, and you can't utilize it. And if you can't tell what that's supposed to be, it's supposed to be a gun in a slot on his vest, which, if you could take the gun out, it'd look pretty cool, but you can't, right? It's not that I have a thing against moulded in guns. Sometimes it can look good. It's just, obviously, when you turn it like this, it just looks like a big fat ugly square on his chest. Let's talk about articulation before this just turns into a rant. So as you can see, double jointed elbows again, although to be honest, it doesn't look as well as they're normally done. I can't actually get it up any further than that. I don't know if anyone else can, but not on mine. I dropped this knife. Don't worry guys, I'll get it in a minute. So double jointed elbows on both sides. As for his head, it looks up this far. You can get it a bit further with the ab crunch. Yeah, that ab crunch looks pretty nice. Like that, from the front. So yeah, looks up that much. Hair doesn't even hinder it. It doesn't look down very well so much. Well, he does, but it's only about that much, you know. So yeah, he just looks like he's just been told off. Double jointed knee. Oh, well, it probably is a double jointed knee, but mine's a little bit awkward. I got it there though, so we got there in the end. And yeah, he also has the ankle pivot, really nice ankle pivot. Really like ankle pivots. Yeah, he moves at the waist as well. Wow, that feels loose. Yeah, he turns at the waist, and he has one of those floaty belts, so it doesn't really get in the way. Sorry guys, got to do this again. I've just got to have another bit of a moan at Hasbro, so just sit through this. This could put a lot of people off the figure. It put me off the slightest bit, but you still need it in your collection, so I mean, you're never going to see this, but it is ugly. If you click his if you click his ab crunch back, then for some fucking reason we have this really odd. You see that goes right through to the head in there. You see that like gap in the articulation? It goes right through there. Now, what the hell was you thinking, Hasbro, when you did this? You've never done it on any other figure, so why did you need to do it on this one? Just someone's been being lazy, I think. I was gonna troll you all and say that it's a money bank, but I didn't think you could get a 5p piece in there, so yeah. Okay, so lastly we're just gonna talk about posability. Now, I like this sort of pose with a knife like that, the gun over to that side. So nice. Yes, you know, good space between his legs there. Sorry, I'm moving my camera around like that. Probably shouldn't. Yeah, this is really nice for posability. This is a really nice pose. And it kind of looks on my figure like he's looking to the side anyway. Either that or my eyes just wasn't done that well. But he looks good posing like this nevertheless. Okay, so here's another pose you can do, and this is why I don't really like the idea of the gun that much. It does look okay like this, although he still doesn't look like he's you know, aiming his gun, because he doesn't look like he's looking at his target. It looks okay like this. Feel like I get away with it if I'm going to pose him to the side like this. But if I point it towards you and try and line it up, then he doesn't actually look like he's looking for his target. Unless I put him this way, he does look like he's aiming at his target if I point the gun like this. And I find even more so if I just quickly bring his arm across all the way. That's okay, you know, the gun looks like it's serving its purpose there, I guess. Okay, and finally, if you're gonna have like him pose sprinting with your Black Panther forward or your Captain America, it's kind of like the idea I have planned anyway. Then you can. He does balance on one leg like most Marvel Legends. Looks really good like that. So you know, the fact he can do that is pretty good. At least he's gonna look good in the collection, I guess. So yeah, basically, if you don't turn him around and look at that ugly gap, and if you pose him the right way so he doesn't look like, well, a goofball, is going to look awesome in your collection. If I've shown you anything that's going to like put you off this figure, I'm sorry, but I feel like I have to point these things out. So if anyone watches this before they buy the figure, at least I've like pointed some things out that they should consider. You know, just so they don't feel like they've wasted their money. Like, you now know, if you don't have this figure, everything about it before going into buying it. So whether you buy it or not rests with you. I will say, for the most part, it is a good figure. I am pleased with it. The only real thing I was disappointed about was the gap at the back on his ab crunch, but you won't see that, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I also realised that, sorry, I was dry. I realised that a lot of the figures I'm showing you, you probably already got. These reviews are coming quite late, but they've only just been stocked where I live. So, you know, with Grimsby, we just get things quite late. Like the X-Men wave, the Spider-Man wave that are out Marvel Legends at the minute, just nowhere in Grimsby stocks them. So I like get figures quite late on. But I still post reviews because, you know, you never know. There might be someone out there who might see my video before other reviewers, or just stuff like that. And at the end of the day, I love action figures, so if I can stand here for 10-15 minutes and talk about some figures and what I like about them and what I don't, then I'm winning. And if you go out and you buy these figures after watching my reviews, then I'm doing my job, because I'm selling you something I love, not selling you something blindly. So just a few things to think about before I end my video. I'll leave that information with you, and my next video is probably going to be Falcon. So yeah, see you guys soon.